Luna just f***ed everyone. Luna just dropped from a high of $116 back on April 4th all the way down to $0. I have never ever seen anything like this before. And additionally, the stablecoin of the whole Luna ecosystem that's supposed to be at $1 just dropped all the way down to 15 cents. It's crazy. Let me talk about this in this video and let me give you some lessons we can learn from Luna so that we can avoid these mistakes moving forward. Economies around the world have been very shaky recently. It's not just in crypto or in NFTs for that matter. It's also in the stock market and just equities overall. But this one was very, very special. With all the fear that's happening and with the Fed increasing interest rates and all that, this created a lot of fear in the market. But it was very different in Terra because a stablecoin, which is supposed to be pegged at $1, meaning that it shouldn't change from $1. It may sometimes go up to 1.01, it may drop to 0.99, that's fine. But this time it was completely different. Terra USD, which is the stablecoin that should be around $1, dropped to 98 cents, then 93 cents, then 80 cents, then 70, it dropped all the way down to 15 cents, which is what it's at right now. And a lot of people had money in Terra USD because it's a stablecoin, just like you keep money in USDT, which is USD Tether, or in USDC, even though this is a different dynamic. But a lot of people lost a lot of money. Imagine having saved $100 and eventually it's now worth $15. It would suck. So unfortunately, a lot of people had this happen to them, and really my heart goes out to everyone who lost a lot with Luna because frankly, people lost everything, which is very sad. Now, I know I'm from the outside looking at it and saying that we could have done this or you could have done that. I'm definitely not doing that. I'm just saying moving forward what we could do to avoid this to happen. But before that, let's talk about how Terra works. So essentially, the Terra Luna or the Luna ecosystem is based on two parts. The Terra USD, which is a stablecoin that backs everything, which is backed by more cryptos and US dollars, and you have the Luna token. The more UST is burned, the more Luna is minted, and vice versa. The more Luna is burned, the more UST is minted. And this is how everything is kept in balance. And everything is backed by US dollars and Bitcoin and some other cryptos. What happened was all the fear in the market caused people to start selling some UST. Now let's say the price of UST dropped down to 98 cents instead of $1. Now you can buy 1 UST for 98 cents and swap that to 1 Terra Luna. So this arbitrage, even though it sounds like it's not a lot, but when you're moving millions of dollars, this can really be a lot. But what happened is people started doing this arbitrage, but the Terra Luna ecosystem is set up in a way where the more people are doing this arbitrage, the less profitable it becomes. But the issue here is that when this started dropping, people started panicking because some people had, let's say, $1 million in Terra USD, and now this 1 million is worth 980,000, so they started selling. So when they started selling, this caused even more downward pressure, which broke the peg. When this started breaking, more panic came in, people started selling more and more and more, and with the whole crypto space and all the equity markets dropping, the price of Luna was dropping as well, and this caused even more panic because the more UST was being sold, the more the price dropped, the more Luna was being minted, thus the higher supply of Luna, thus dropping the price of Luna as well. So now UST and Luna are dropping simultaneously, which caused mass fear and mass panic all the way down to zero. Currently, there is a total of 6.5 trillion, at the time of filming this video, 6.5 trillion Luna tokens in circulation. So what happened was a lot of UST was being burned all the way down to the price of 15 cents per USD, and a lot of Luna was being minted. So to put that into perspective, on May 9th, which is 4 days before filming this video, there was a total of 345 million Luna tokens in circulation. Currently, there's 6.5 trillion. Also, the goal behind this burning mechanism or the minting mechanism is that the more Luna tokens being burned, the lower the supply, thus the higher the price of Luna. Apologies for interrupting, guys. If you're enjoying this video, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone so they can benefit as well. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter for real-time thoughts and join my Discord if you want to get in direct contact with me. Now back to the video. Now, what can we learn from all this? Talking about this will probably change nothing, but what can we change moving forward? 3 things I can think of. Number 1 being, do not invest anything more than you're willing to lose. Not even 1 cent. I don't care what it is. Guys, this is a very, very volatile space. I know I say this all the time, but I think I need this reminder and you guys need this reminder as well. If this money that you are thinking of investing, whether it's in Luna, not currently, but later on, if you want to invest in Cardano, Chainlink, whatever it is, if it's money you are not willing to lose, don't invest it. This is a very volatile market, very high risk, which justifies the high reward that may come with it. But we have never seen anything like this. I never expected things to go to zero, but I came into this knowing that I can lose it all. Fortunately, I did not invest in Luna. I know many people were unfortunate and they did invest in Luna because it seemed like a solid project overall, but this can happen to any of us. So please be careful. If this is money you can't burn right now and keep living the way you are, just don't invest it. Stay away from it. Maybe invest it in something safer, such as the stock market. I'm not sure how safe it is nowadays. Maybe even do Bitcoin because it's the safest of the bunch. Even though it can drop 30, 40, 50% easily, we know that it's not going to go to zero. Chances of Bitcoin going to zero is probably very, very low. But other projects that I know I'm investing in, which are way more speculative than Bitcoin, so be careful with that. Only invest what you're willing to lose. Which brings me on to my next point, and that is always take profits. I'm guilty of this. I rarely do that, but I should start taking more profits just like you guys. I know a lot of people who invested small amounts into Luna and now these small amounts turned into millions of dollars. They did not take any profits and now they just lost everything. This is very, very bad. If you take profits along the way and something like that were to happen, then you're covered. You took out your profits. Let's say you put in $100 and now it's $1,000. If you take $500, $600 out, you took some profits. Whatever happens later on happens. But here's when greed gets the best of us, and this is what I struggle with. But next time this happens, I'm going to remind myself to take some profits because this, well, can literally go to zero. I always said that this can go to zero, but I never really meant it until today. This can really go to zero. So take your profits, be happy with the profits you made because at the end of the day, you made this money with almost not doing anything. Instead of going to work, you just put in money and you bought magic internet money and it pumped and you made a profit and you have to click a button to sell. So take those profits, you'll thank yourself later. The last lesson that this Luna situation can teach us is to never go in 100% into one single asset, especially the highly speculative and the high risk ones, such as NFTs or altcoins for that matter. I know it's very nice to think about making profits in crypto. Let's say you make a lot of profits on Chainlink and now you have $100,000 and you want to dump the 100,000 into Luna because it's pumping. Well, what happens when it goes to zero? Your portfolio goes to zero. Even though I know when you diversify, you do sacrifice some of the growth. Obviously, if you put everything into Dogecoin and it pumps to $1, you're going to become a millionaire or even a billionaire. But chances are you won't. So make sure you diversify, invest most of your portfolio or at least 50% of it into a safer investment such as Bitcoin or Ethereum if you want to stay in crypto, and maybe play with high risk investments such as that for like 20%, 30%, 10%, anything that's not 100%. Because at the end of the day, you need to protect yourself and you need to come out of this with something. Ethereum seems like a safe bet if you ask me. It's something that I would be comfortable investing 50% of my portfolio in. Keep that in mind. Don't invest 100% into anything, whether that's crypto, whether it's NFTs. Survival is key. I always thought that it's about growth, but most of the time you do have to learn how to survive because this is a reckless market and it can really be gone in an instant. Stay safe, everyone. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.